Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What it be? What it do? It's your boy Keen Decker back at it again. We are going to be casting Small Brain No Mechanics versus Team Ghost this evening. We have the first, I believe, the first series of the playoff season here. We have double eliminations, a best of three game series tonight. These teams have already faced each other, actually just last week, or it might have been the week before. They might have taken a week off, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is gonna be quite the banger of a rematch here. We'll see if we'll see who comes out on top. Last time we saw Team Ghost, I believe, take a swift kind of 2-0 up on Small Brain No Mechanics. But I'm interested to see where the adjustments lie, what changes they'd like to make here. Mr. Sherwin, Joshua Sherwin, is going to be joining us here in just a little bit. He's just taking himself a shower. But in the meantime, we're just waiting for everybody to fill in, and then we will get things all sorted out and all set to go. Oh, let me post the stream in the Discord quick. Let me post the stream quick.
Tonight.
I'm not okay. I accidentally clicked on a Jinxie video. I accidentally clicked on a Jinxie video. Alright, everyone casting. And then we will put in the league server. Where is the self-promotion? There we go. There we go. Perfect. Greetings from our night class. I wish you the best of luck in your night class. Are you doing it online class? Soup? All right, we're just waiting for everybody to fill in here. I think we got... Chelsea can't get into lobby on his main account, trying something really quick. If not, he will have to play on a Smurf. Not his sister playing tonight. Bro, what the fuck? I'm so excited for this match. Both of these teams are really, really good. Team Ghost has been around since the beginning of the rec in Lolmidwest itself. So this is like a classic team. They haven't even changed their name since the very beginning. This has just been like they've had a couple of new members kind of flow in and out between the two teams. That's Red Captain. Okay. They've had a couple of new members flow in and out, like I said, on Team Ghost, but it has, like, for the most part, stayed just kind of like the same, which is really, really cool to see. And Small Brain No Mechanics is a team that is new specifically, I believe, to this season, unless I'm completely crazy. I think Summer Split is 100% their first season here. Which is really, really cool. And these guys came out of the gate just like swinging. Like they were taking names like right out of the gate. The coordination on both of these teams is exceptional. Like really, really good. So what I'm looking for, like I was looking for in the previous series, is a lot of macro. We're going to see a lot of macro from these two teams. We saw Team Ghost was striking so early in some of these team fights. Or sorry, in some of the... In like early laning phase. Like they were all over the map. Fate, all over the map. Mage, I believe in the first game, got his fizz. Oh, actually, let me hop right into spectate here. I think we're started up here. No. Not started up just yet. Let me swap it over. Let me swap this over. We're still waiting for Mr. Sherwin to get done with his shower, but he'll be here soon enough. If we go through draft without him, it's okay. Is Josh coming? He's taking a shower right now, so he'll be here in just a little bit. Okay. I'll invite Josh when he hops on here. I'll send him an invite for now. Keen, give me a birthday kiss. All right. Josh is full. Lobby be full. Can one of you gents hop out? Or I hop to spectate. All right, we're just waiting for somebody to hop to spectate. I'm gonna invite Josh to this call. Perfect. These guys are so good. They're so good. I love them so much. Perfect. And Josh should be in here in just a sec. Let me call Josh one more time. Okay. Oh my God, thank you. How was your birthday freeze? All right, Josh is here now.
Birthday was amazing. That's what it was.
It's
Was it gonna be weird that I'm gonna be playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater the entire time?
yes.
Is that gonna be
Probably gonna be a problem.
I found out that Flamingo is on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. So I'm angry to know that I missed out on playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 and discovering that song sooner.
Welcome, Mr. Sherwin. How are you doing? Wow. Wow.
Well, I'm not a zombie, so I'm a little pissed, but other than that, doing pretty good.
Nice. If you were a zombie, would you have a small brain, no mechanics?
I would have no brain and less mechanics. Actually, it'd probably be the best gamer that ever existed with no brain.
Ready from spectate. I sent you a link.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hey, you did. What do you know?
King Decker is on top of it tonight.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
Good.
I'm
always here to surprise people.
Well, color me surprised.
So last time these two teams faced off against one another, Team Ghost did pick up the win. Let's see what happens this time around. I wonder if they actually just ban out the Fizz immediately. Red Captain doesn't
they know what
let
they have
me
to
ready.
do.
All right, here we go. Into blue bands. What is the first band from Small Brain? Also, how's it going, Penguins? I'm sorry I didn't say hello before.
Penguins! Let's go.
Penguins!
What a name.
Pengu.
Pengaroo.
All right, yeah, right off the bat we get the Fizz ban, which I mean, no joke, the Fizz ban I think is I don't think it's necessarily a necessity. I don't think it's like the like main focal point of what went wrong in kind of their series. I think they played really, really well into it, but I think the Fizz just eventually, you see so much competency from Mage Hand on that pick, and it becomes hard to really deal with it if he gets any sort of gold under his hands. So just banning it out is totally fine. I think that's a fine ban, in all honesty. I'm interested to see 100%. What they pick up for their other two bans here in the first phase.
And J4, always a good ban. I think it's still strong considering I don't know how much if it's changed yet, because I don't know what patch we're on anymore, but from the heck's that item called? The Spear Shojin change that apparently made him completely broken, but ignoring the fact that he was already a really strong champion.
Team Ghost is actually kind of focusing in on the jungler bans, which they were in the first or the game, the series prior. against Small Brain. They like really, really honed in. I want to say that there was like, I want to say that there was 5 jungle bands, but I don't know that to be 100% true. It might have been 4. But yeah,
Is
they
it?
really, really pinpoint focused jungle bands from Team Ghost last time. So we'll see what they come in for the next one here. Yep, the Malcolm. This looks like a run back. This legitimately looks like a run back from Ghost. And why not? I mean, they did get a 2-0, like, and they came in like pretty prepped. But there is the Amumu pick, and I think the Amumu pick is actually really, really solid. They did flex the Amumu pick. I believe it was in the second game of their series against Team Ghost into the jungle role, which I don't think it had as much impact. But this is like deja vu central, because this Amumu pick was first pick in that second game. And they ended up coming in with a massive flex and putting it in jungle. And there's the Viego. Wait, is this legitimately, bro? You're gonna.
There's no way.
I think
I mean, I'm
this
impressed
is
that you can. Did you bring? Like, I'm impressed you can remember.
I'm pretty sure,
like,
at least. I'm pretty sure they did take Viego too. I'm not sure. I remember Viego being in some game. I thought it was in the Ghost series at least against Small Brain, but I don't know if it.
I mean,
This is like striking
it's been
major
played a
deja
lot.
vu. Yeah, this one specifically
At the very
though,
least.
like the Amumu into the Viego, and then we have Rakan, which okay, honestly, we saw how effective Amumu was into Rakan. Like it was disgusting. Like if this is an Amumu support, picking Rakan is not that big of a flex, and they're hovering the Zaya, which I think is a smart move.
Take it away.
Yeah. I think this is a big takeaway. I think Zaya is fine by herself, like without the Rakan. Viego can't really touch Zaya with this team comp right here. Rakan shouldn't be able to even get close to Zaya. So I think this is a pretty solid pick.
I mean, maybe early they can, get away with something. But
Yeah. Yep. So let me get your camera. Keep giving the play-by-plays.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm kind of stunned by the fact that you are like, yeah, no, this is definitely like what the draft looked like. Lee Sin, oh my goodness.
Yeah, boy. Okay, this is a Hair Whiz special. Like he is a really, really proficient Lee Sin player, actually. Out of all the junglers that got bans, Lee Sin, it makes sense that he kind of gets past these bans, right? Because you just don't see Lee Sin a lot. But a good Lee Sin is still very effective.
It definitely is. That's kind of awesome. I'm kind of excited to see. Not a lot of because like that's a flex, right? Like that's just like not like a flex isn't like a flex pick, but just flexing on people because it's like, hey, I'm gonna play this really skill hard intensive champion.
Yeah, they don't wait until the second phase to have them ban out more junglers because, like, if I remember correctly, in their previous 2 games against Team Ghost was like, "Oh, okay, you didn't pick your jungler yet. We're just gonna keep banning it." So,
and I mean,
it
could be like you said, it was a Hair Whiz special, so it could also just be them being like, "All right, let's get it now before they ban it."
Yep.
Instead of taking the chance of them being like, "Yeah, it's definitely in a Amumu jungle, cough cough." They're just like, yeah, it's in a Amumu jungle. What are you gonna do? Or support? What are you gonna do about it?
They already got the Rakan like flexed, or sorry, they already got the Rakan on the other side for the counter pick, like with the Amumu. So they got to be really happy with this. I think at this point, if you're Small Brain, you're just looking to find a little bit more of a front line, just like one other front line, or like a control mage. Either one of those, I think, kind of rounds out the comp. And if you're Team Ghost, you really need some kind of frontline / engage.
I mean, even just like a particularly tanky bruiser would probably be useful too, because you already have like Lee Sin going on the front lines. Mumu's gonna be nice and tanky, but it's gonna be supporting Mumu, so it's gonna take a little while for them to get tanky. And they probably won't be as tanky as they could be, what with having to go the support item. So.
A solid Syndra ban, and they ban out the Akali too, which I think Midge showed that he was really pretty decent on. And the Syndra, he's played countless amount of times. So I think these are both very good bans being thrown towards mid. They pick the Echo up, which kind of it has the best of both worlds. It gives them a little bit of frontline, gives them a little bit of engage, albeit it's a little bit slower because you have to put it down. But Rakan is right there to make that happen for you. So,
Let's see. Boy, howdy, does he like his melee mids?
Yep. They do have the chance to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying my brain finally just like picked up that I'm like, yeah, Fizz, Akali, I mean, yes, Syndra's technically ranged, but you know, and then like they pick the Echo, and I'm just like, huh,
yeah,
not a lot of ranged mids in that one.
And there's the Ahri.
Exploitable?
Yeah. Okay. This is a wonderful pick, actually. Echo kind of struggles, especially early on, to ranged matchups. He can be pretty heavily bullied, and Ahri is the king of just bullying melee matchups. All she has to do is just like hit that electrocute, and she just wins a trade. And then she doesn't even really have to engage with the Echo. Like, Echo can come back into her, and she's already got a charm waiting for him. So, like, this is... the Ahri, we've seen it be a huge part for Small Brain. It was a big kind of engine for their team. And in the series versus Team Ghost, mid lane was a big shining matchup for them. And there's the Malphite. Okay. Damn, I like both these comps. These comps are really good. Okay, let me swap back over to the League browser. And if you want to give your take on the matchups really quick.
I mean, I'm kind of with you. I think that both teams are great because, like, especially with like Malphite being the only front line, so hopefully Malphite can get tanky really fast. But Malphite post 6 opens up ganks easily for Viego top lane. If post 6 Viego needs to try and get a little bit of income, maybe try and get the Malphite, you know, further ahead so they can start getting that tankiness. But I mean, it is a pretty much all AD carry with the exception of Ahri comp on Small Brain, so hopefully Team Ghost can take advantage of that. But the 1 AP is somebody who is incredibly mobile, so if they can't lock her down to kill her, then Malphite can't just win the team fight for them by, you know, just existing longer than everybody else. But at the same time, holy CC on Small Brains. And, like, reliable. Like, Amumu's ultimate, it's an AoE. Nar's knockback into a wall is generally pretty easy to hit. And with the Amumu being there, they can keep him in place long enough. Saya's got her feathers, Lee Sin has a knockback, and Ahri has her charm, which is probably like the least reliable CC, I guess. So as long as, you know, Rakan can get like either a good engage or can play really good protect, man, I do not envy Rakan's job actually this game. Because Rakan's gonna have to try and jump on Xayah, who could just ulti as soon as the CC wears off. Try to get to the Ahri, I guess, and maybe Gnar when he's mini. But I feel like the Rakan's gonna want to just use their peeling ability just to keep everybody off. Kai'Sa's probably gonna be fine because Kai'Sa has a lot of mobility, and a lot of the CC relies on specific placements. Lee Sin's knockback is the only point and click. And yeah. Echo, as long as Echo can survive long enough, he'll just rewind all the damage they did while he was CC'd. And then Viego, I feel like Viego's gonna have a little bit of a hard time. Like ganking mid seems near impossible post 6, unless all of her abilities are on cooldown. But ganking bot and top are impossible.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that both these teams have like triple threats on each side. They have the Viego, Kai'Sa, Echo, versus the Xayah, Gnar, Ahri. Like both these teams have some leeway in their comps to find win conditions for themselves.
Agreed.
I like Small Brain No Mechanics comp a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that they have a couple of answers especially like lane to lane matchups.
I like it a little bit more. The Lee Sin is the only one that like I don't even know if I can say that because I was gonna say like because Lee Sin always is like a champion that's just kind of based on how well do you specifically play them. Um, but like he's not gonna accidentally kick somebody out of where they need to be. I don't think because at most he's gonna kick like Rakan trying to engage immediately.
Right.
Uh,
I think
or it's
it's
gonna be after the fight happens.
I think it's like you have pick comp Lee Sin Ari where you can like really single somebody out and get good damage on them, blow them up if they're a squishy target. Like Viego is prime. Obviously Kaisa, Rakan. Echo's a little bit more difficult because if he gets like even just a smidgen, he just goes back and he heals. But
Mhm.
and then you have, I think, Small Brain No Mechanics. They have like this mishmash between they have the ability to pick somebody out between Lee Sin and Ari, but a lot of their team fight relies on Amumu getting good ultis. Like Amumu's got to get good ultis. If he's not able to lock down at least 2 people with these ultis, I think Team Ghost has an advantage in the team fights. But like that's 2 people, right? I think that they are able to do this unless Team Ghost is able to maneuver around the team fights. This is kind of considering that all things are kind of tied up gold wise and even. Early on, I would definitely give the advantage to Small Brain for these lane matchups. Ari into Echo. Ari can definitely do a lot of damage in this matchup. I don't think Nar's going to be really doing a ridiculous amount to the Malphite because Malphite doesn't have to engage or interact with him whatsoever. But this Zaya Mumu matchup, I give like a big hand to them over this Kaisa Rakan matchup. I was an Amumu doubter. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was definitely an Amumu support doubter. But
Wow,
seeing
even
it,
after the amazing season that I had playing.
no. I'm saying going into this season, like
Oh, gotcha.
seeing Amumu being played, I was like, I don't know if this is actually still good. But like into this Rakan, it has been like, especially against like Yoda's Rakan, which is like one of the best in NA right now. Seeing that Amumu completely shut down Rakan and anything that he's able to do is it's pretty crazy. So
No, it's true, and I mean I feel like it's also just gonna be about placements, because it comes down to patience, and like that's the thing too is that like a lot of times, people feel like they have to do something or they have to get something moving or they get antsy, so they do something that if they were just patient on, things could have gone well. But like it's hard because you're like, okay, I have to wait for a movement to throw a bandage toss, and then I have to try and in the meantime of that cooldown going to the second one, try to get something as much off as I possibly can, and then try and get out before his bandage toss comes up and he grabs me before as like I'm trying to get away or something, and just holds me down until I get my shit kicked in.
it's definitely it's what I was kind of saying too, as far as these like in the very beginning, these teams are both like very tight like teams. They play really well around each other. Whoever comes down to like the better macro, especially these jungle matchups where everybody's roaming, if they're able to get people out of lane and start roaming and getting these early advantages, I think we'll see these games kind of snowball out of control from there. Yeah, I'm excited. Here we are into game 1, best of 3. Team Ghost versus Team Small Brain No Mechanics. Already we see grouping actually from blue. I wonder if they're going to ping out. Ooh. Somebody ping the Nexus on red side. Brilliant. Amumu definitely started bandage toss here. They're looking for this Viego. This is a prime target level 1 to actually look for. He's going to stop it right over the wall! They did their scouting! Beautiful! And that forces Fate to flash immediately. Nice play. Amumu, you could definitely see it. He got as far kind of to the wall as possible there to get the maximum amount of like horizontal movement on that Q just to make sure he hit the majority of that bush, and it connected right with him.
And there kind of goes Viego's early ability to
Yeah, too
try
much
and
of
get something
anything.
done.
They did manage on red side to get a ward into this this red bush here on blue side.
We'll find Lee Sin on it. Oh, it looks like Lee Sin's starting chickens too. Didn't even know that was actually the start.
Yeah, Lee Sin's starting chickens. He did start his Q, so I think this is going to be a relatively slow take on the chickens, where you kind of want your E to be able to clear the chickens, I think, the most effectively. I don't know that 100%, but I
mean,
would think with the AoE.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one of those things where it's going to be probably,
Viego.
you know, killing all of the little chickens
Oh,
first.
they're going to be meeting up with this red bush, bro. Viego's just sitting here in the brush. He does
He's
have
gonna
level
let him beat
2.
him.
Lee Sin did jump in. I saw him use his Q into the red. I wonder if he's going to be able to steal it away.
He's probably going to steal
Here it is.
and then...
Oh, he hops in the
boy.
bush! Hairwiz does
Ooh,
have
and
to
Hairwiz-
flash away. Fate did use his flash, so he can't contest it, but such a brilliant decision on the side of Fate to try to contest that red, where he had the vision.
And then Echo Echo has the priority to come down to make sure that Via can get out too. So that is definitely going to be a downer.
It's definitely
For
a
Hairwiz.
W for red side. He did have to expend his Hairwiz did have to expend his flash. However, these guys should. You saw Viego
that's
walk all the way up. Like, he went buff to buff, so he's gonna be kind of slower, I think, in terms of his clear here. But like, he got the best of what he had to work
I mean,
with.
maybe only a little bit, because
Oh
like,
no!
at least
What is this? This is insane. Lee Sin is actually going to invade Viego here. He's a little bit late on the draw. Shreeze is getting attacked by Fate. He needs one more auto attack to be able to get the movement speed buff. They are trying to dive him a little bit under tower, just get a little bit extra damage, but Lee Sin is taking the chickens. Oh my god, bro.
I don't know that the... Oh, we got to fight in the bot lane.
Yeah, fighting the bot lane, overall, I would give it to red side. I think they got a little bit... Oh, nice second connect from
wow.
Fidsick here on this Q.
But not a lot in the ways of follow-up.
Nice,
Alright,
got the
here we go, we
electrocute
gotta
proc off, and that's gonna be first blood coming through. Viego's looking for this return kill here. He hops away with his W. Is it gonna be enough to get away? Another Q is coming up from Fate. It's not enough damage. Meanwhile, Zima is just pressuring, and that's a double.
Ooh! Now you see why that flash was so important.
Yep. Absolutely, like it might have sorry, it might have seemed like a kind of a small thing early on, but Viego without flash early on is so hard to do anything with, like Josh said.
Ooh. I don't even know if it's worth the commit at that point. I would think that this early on, seeing somebody at that low HP, like, I don't think your abilities at that point are gonna, you know, this early into the game are gonna get that kill.
No.
I don't know if they just thought they would hit the Q in like the auto or something like that, but it was an interesting decision to chase instead of just back off. But they find Fidsick.
They do find Fidsick. He got the electrocute proc on him, but that should be the gist of it. I don't know if they're going to be able to pick up this dragon. We do see Rakan going back. It looks like they're just kind of fighting for vision here, just grabbing it quick and then walking away.
Yep. Bot lane's not there, so he's not gonna even try for it.
Zima has red buff in this matchup. Chat, if you don't know, if you don't play a ton of League of Legends, having red buff on a ranged versus melee's kind of matchup in mid lane, it feels unplayable. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it feels like you just cannot approach. Echo gets to just kind of throw his Q and like clear minions, which is nice, but like, my goodness, it feels real bad.
Red buff giving the not only burn damage, but a slow, which makes it easier for the charm to land or for your skill shots in general to land.
Yeah, get that electrocute.
Yep. Does that actually count towards electrocute?
Auto attacks? Yep. Yep.
Oh, no, I mean the burn.
No.
Okay.
Lee Sin is soloing Dragon. Or sorry, no, he does have the Ahri kind of just here for support. Nobody's going to be here to contest for it. So they should be able to just get this easy.
Viego's probably gonna want to try and gank top side, but it's all warded up, so he shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, Gnar has 6. He's about to hit Mega Gnar. Well played.
I'll say, because yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing for Viego to even get elsewhere on the map because nothing spawned on the top side.
Lee Sin is looking bot side here for a gank, and they can probably pull it off. Potentially get some sums here. Nice Q from Fitzik landing. We have Lee Sin Q still available. It just barely misses as Nunes hops away.
Well played from red side.
They do, I think, get Ghosts. Yep, they got the Kaisa Ghost off. It's still active. Should be going... No, maybe not.
Well, here's the Ahri.
Yeah, Ahri dashes in. Dashes a little bit too far forward and misses the charm. They do get the flash off of Mankowski. They burn the Ignite, but that overall is a summoner kind of win for the side of blue.
And it stops the back. I'll say, this Team Ghost has been... their bot lane.
Oh my goodness.
Zima wishes for that one back, but that was a good heads-up play. Oh no.
Mage Hand is closing in here. He has 6.
Ooh, they get the knockup on Fitzik.
They do get a lot of damage. Mage Hand is going to have to dive pretty heavily here. Gets rooted up. He's going to have to use his ulti to get back, but he doesn't have time! Oh my god.
And there it is, the CC chain that is coming in. Echo can't ulti if he can't move.
This top lane matchup is so funny, bro. I can't. And Malphite is definitely, he's getting the better of it right now. Like, Malphite really just excels against matchups that require armor, right? Gnar, because he's so short range, does not really get to bully Malphite as much as a couple of other ranged matchups would, but yeah.
Wishing he could, though.
Definitely wishing he could.
And I mean, to be fair, yeah, and luckily enough, at least having the W proc to base on HP rather than to do a little bit extra damage kind of helps against the Malphite, but
actually, I almost take it back a little bit. I feel like the Malphite pick is really, it's good in lane, but like when it comes to their winning kind of like win conditions, right? You have Fate, you have Mage Hand, you have Mankowski. Like those 3 picks are all like triple damage threats that you can really rely on to kind of carry a game. With Malphite, he has a winning kind of matchup in top lane, right? But like, is he really going to be able to carry the game? He would have to like really pop off.
He'll be able to be the front line that they need him to be, since they don't have any, is the only thing I can say. Like, him being ahead in lane and not even needing resources for it, so I think Viego came, like, once.
A nice Q from Hairwiz here. He does have 6. Fate has to instantly flash away. Hairwiz hops over the wall with a W. He's going to have to ulti out of the pit. Q connects onto the minion. The minion's chasing after Fate. Gets him pretty close here. Servaday does have his ulti to get away. Oh, Mage Hand is actually in rotation here. He does have the ulti available to try to split as far away as possible here. Like a pair of scissors, they split right off.
You know what? I'll let that one go.
What do you mean?
That was unfortunate. It's funny too to see like where Fate was at when he went to invade him at the red, and now still up actually in CS as well. Which, to be fair, at least since actual clearing speed doesn't feel like the fastest. It's weird. He's like Shaco in the fact that you feel like you kill champions super quick with your and like have crazy good damage, but as soon as you start hitting camps, you're like, where did the damage go that I can assassinate and one-shot champions with? It's very weird, and I don't know why it works that way, or maybe I'm just fucking crazy. I don't know, but.
Ooh, Mono in a bit of a sticky situation. Nunes might have been able to hit his ulti there and just brought him right back in, but he holds off on it.
Fitzik doesn't have ulti yet, so they probably actually could have done it.
They're looking for this next dragon though in 14 seconds. Grouping up, they do have the kind of 4-man here. They do drop Rift Herald. Hairwiz drops Rift Herald mid here. They're trying to kind of push the wave up a little bit to prep it, but it's kind of too late. I mean, it's not necessarily too late. They haven't started up. They don't have a vision on it, though. Hairwiz is going to have to hop himself out of the pit here. Vidsick getting hopped in on. Hairwiz definitely has to be able to get out of this one. A beautiful Q from Vidsick here. Wow, it does stop them from potentially contesting this dragon right away. Hairwiz has to get a little bit of HP back. There's 5 people right on this dragon. It looks like they're going to try to give this one up for a trade for plates.
Not for nothing, for being a champion that doesn't have like a true damage ability on neutrals like a Nunu or whatnot. At least it's kind of one of the best champions to steal a Drake because that Q does damage based on missing HP. Ooh, Vidsick, that is a weird spot to be in, brother.
Vidsick does get a triple ulti here. They're really trying to keep him alive. Meanwhile, Mills is actually just going to go down. Fate is looking for a Q here. Doesn't even need it as the W from Manikowski is enough to seal this kill. Right with enough mana, too, to deliver it in. That's a 2-0 Kaisa now.
Yep. I'll say, it seemed like they almost made it worth, but an ulti and a flash and 2 kills. Ooh, huge ulti.
Wow.
That was a good kick.
That is what we call blessed. Damn.
I mean, he had the heads up not to take the Q in, so.
Yeah, smart to be able to use that ulti right away, just to try to secure the guaranteed Q with the additional damage on it. And it just so happened to knock up Fate down there. Vidsick looking for a roam here. Shreeze is coming in. He's looking for the full combo to bring him back into the wall. Servade still does have his ulti to be able to get away. He used his unstoppable to get away. Zima is quickly on the chase, though, and Vidsick lands yet another Q. He is heat sinking with these things.
With the RAB in there, probably assume that they have ult if they're roaming. So I don't think that the ulting away, and the ulting and the flash to try and get away. When they're that on top of you, just save your abilities for the next.
They're looking for Mono down in bot lane here. Mono does not have ulti. Keep an eye on that. They do get a nice ulti chain here. They get the root under tower, so he gets the trade kill.
But they at least do get to deny minions.
They do get to deny minions, but my lord, what a
that turret
great
has more than half his HP. I was saying, unfortunately, plates just fell. Otherwise, I would say, oh, look at all these plates Mankowski gets. Unfortunate.
Yeah, Zima is going to get first tower here. Mage Hand is looking for a dive right on his tower, but it's already gone. Oh my god, beautiful Frostfire just to keep him in place. Vidsick comes with another Q. It gets body blocked by Noons. Hairwiz is not able to connect with his Q. Fate is running away to his chickens. And that is going to be the fight.
He comes in from Gnar. Yep. Good job, Mage Hand, to get out of there. Looking to probably try and save the tower.
Ooh.
They're getting a big stun up, but
they're looking to bait this red buff here.
Uh-oh.
They have ulti on Amumu too. Oh my goodness!
Oh no, it's again.
The Q connects. They get the unstoppable. Zima comes in and connects with the charm. Mage Hand, I don't think comes in on this one. He actually does towards the end. Servade here with the late kind of ulti, but is it going to be enough? They do have the team advantage here. Zima is going to have to run away. He doesn't have another dash.
There's no way.
Mage Hand is the greediest person in League of Legends, but he gets away with it.
Oh man, Zima feels real bad about that one.
Oh, a flash forward from Shreeze. What a great reaction time.
And I guess, you know what, it's actually worth it to use the Malphite ulti every time because I forgot that thing has like a 20-second cooldown.
Alright, they're pinging to, Malphite's just looking to go back top here. Both teams are going back, and let's look at our gold advantages and where they lie. Blue overall has a gold advantage, but we look at this map and the splay between all of the gold. Bot lane has the advantage in this matchup, the Kaisa over the Xayah. However, yeah, just so well spread out on the side of blue, which I think is going to be pretty big. The fact that it's all in this Kaisa's pocket, I think, is A very good thing, but B, a very scary thing.
And I mean, like, and the CS difference isn't even that big on either side, really.
Yeah.
Like, they've been able to keep it about the same place.
Oh, stirring into the Hornet's Nest! A double ulti here! They're right on top of Fate, and they massacre him. Servade does have his ulti here. He might be able to get a good one. Zima's coming in with the flank in the back. He hits a charm right onto Mage Hand. Noon's running around. Gets a nice knock up into Heroes. He goes down. They're focusing down on Noose, but they're not the one that they need to focus. Mankowski's going wild! A nice feather! Storm just barely almost kill Manikowski here. It's not going to be enough, though. They focused the wrong targets, and Red is starting to run away.
Ooh. It looked real good for Blue, but yeah, you did not even touch. The only reason that Kai'Sa's health bar is where it is because they ran right into a Feather Storm.
Yeah. Damn.
Which they should not have done, but...
Fitzsick's like, bro, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Watch this steal.
He's just not done. He's crying all over the place. He says, I'll take your tears. I'll take that shutdown.
I don't think that's worth.
It's not. I mean, it's a 700 gold shutdown, but that's on the Amumu.
Yeah.
At that point, I would just leave it up. You know what I mean? I would give it to somebody else.
Yeah, give it to somebody else.
They're looking to take this Rift Herald, which is kind of what they were supposed to do in the beginning here, but a TP from Mage Hand. They have the TP advantage in this game. Zima. Mage Hand dashes in, does not get the stun off. Oh my god, Ari gets absolutely massacred here. They're actually going to probably have to leave this pit here. Shree's going to be hopping the wall. And that is just the art of wanting a little bit too much.
Man. Small Brain is starting to fall apart here. They were running such a good game, and now the lead swings into Team Ghost's favor.
Yeah, they're going to have to start to slow it down and find exactly what they're going to be able to get as far as an advantage in this matchup. Like, Amumu is the catalyst of their team fight. They have to have Amumu there. Like, Zima and Hairwiz can do a lot to be able to pick people and get small picks, but if they're getting surrounded in a 4v5 situation, or even a 4v4 situation, yeah.
So hopefully that Amumu can actually get a lot tankier now with having it.
That is the hope. What did Amumu pick up? Did he complete his Bramble?
Shroud.
I think he had his Even Shroud. Let's see how much gold he's sitting on.
Maybe.
700.
Still. I'm kind of surprised that they went with the Even Shroud, and I mean, it's not a bad item, especially because, you know, it increases the damage output, but, like, I feel like you have kind of enough damage on your team as it is, and the thing that your team is missing is any amount of frontline. And I don't know, maybe...
What an amazing flash from Shrees there. Almost even got the jump off if it wasn't going to be for the knockup's timing, but yeah, got the max distance from his jump into the flash just to save himself.
I don't know if I can say much, because I think I actually went Even Shroud every time I played Amumu as well, so...
Tossing away from the tower here just to try to spare it.
Actually, hang on, what is he?
And I think this is the right play from Blue at this point. I think just kind of spreading out the map here and just looking for picks, trying to get these towers that are really, really low down is really, really important. The three-man squad, into no vision. They do have the jump here. Zima does dash out of the stun here. He's going to have to flash. He has one more charge. Gets a nice double.
Wow.
Oh, but it's not going to be enough. It just took them way too long to get through. The teleport comes in from Servade. Are they actually going to be looking to fight this? Fidsick is in here, but he doesn't want to be.
I don't know if that was that was not the time you wanted to go in.
Gets a nice flash out of the way, but it's not going to be enough to be able to spare him. Mage Hand flashes forward, and what seemed like a really nice look from Blue ended up just being an instant just call from the side of Team Ghost here. They were just
Also,
ready on the trigger finger.
I'm hoping that he got Even Shroud after the dragon fight, because in Shree's keeping about okay, just trying to stop it, but Even Shroud only has 118 bonus damage on it right now, so I'm assuming that that got after the or got bought after the Drake take.
Team Ghost is starting up this Baron, and they definitely start to shred this thing.
Who's gonna stop him?
Yeah, who is gonna stop them? They have to be able to read this out before they go to it, and they just do not have the vision on it. They're going after Servaday here, trying to get this pick, but the Unstoppables is just gonna put him right over the wall.
Oh, Unstoppable.
You know, remember to remind your viewers to like and subscribe, and also ring the bell icon for more keen posting. Yes, keen posting. Ye old keen posting. There's the counterplay. Hairwiz gets a nice Q here, but they just don't know who's there. And now it's a 5v5, which you would have to just kind of think.
For the W.
It would.
Just favor the red side, but we'll see what happens.
Hopping right onto Shreeze. Zima gets just bypassed here. Shreeze does get his rage bar filled up, but not in time. Noons is just diving in. Fitzik gets a nice ulti up. They do manage to get a trade kill here, but is it going to be enough? Fate is getting his potential resets. Mono is just popping off with this damage, but he has reset City here. He's just going to take another one.
Lee Sin W to a ward, and it happened to be right in the pathway of the Void Seeker. Or that's the W, right? Void Seeker.
The Kaisa. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was so unfortunate. Close fight, for what it's worth. If by close you mean Malphite holding off 3 people while 4 people go murder 2. Because that was what happened. Servaday went straight up towards the top side to just absolutely
Zima, you monster, my lord, goes in and really tries to take down Manikowski here. Fate might actually pay for this. He has a 400 gold shutdown on him. He pops with the shield, does get a massive amount of health. Malphite comes in, gets the miraculous ulti up, and this is going to potentially be a team wipe, gets the resets, and is not going to die. And just like that, he is almost full health once more. Barreling down with Baron minions here, and only Mono to be able to defend the tower.
That Rakan better get 4-man honored. Holy moly. Unbelievable. That was so... Like, I don't know if, like, Viego just was like, screw it, I'm gonna die, or if he just had the faith in his team to be there.
Oh! Mono coming off with a miraculous kind of defense on this tower here. Mage Hand is trying to keep these minions alive by just tower diving. He's taking a lot of damage in return here. Gets his ulti off. Zima now has one last dash forward to get it. A smite ends up killing Echo here. Fitzik is not done. He's still chasing. Coming on after Fate, he should have another Q to be able to connect! Is it gonna be in time? No!
Nope. He already used this Q earlier. Fitzik's still going in, though. He wants it. Man's bloodthirsty.
Do they know Manikowski is here? He is backing on a pink ward. They don't have vision on him. Oh. Wow.
Incredible.
All right. We have Dragon coming up in 2 minutes and 44 seconds. This next Baron is up in 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So both up in and around the same time here. Puts Blue in a very difficult situation. Small Brain is definitely going to have to try to find something on this map in the next 2 minutes. They can find a pick.
Can they get the turnaround?
All right. right, here we are. Malphite face checking this blue buff just to see it's here. Does see that it's available. They're going to start to close in on this one. Fate right on top of it. They connect on top of the blue buff. Hairwiz does actually collect it. That was the blue buff from their side. So Fate does end up securing it.
Ooh, Fitzig looking for that. Ooh, Fitzig might be in a precarious position.
Yeah, Fidsig does have his flash to get over the wall here. He's going to have to use it. He has to use the Amumu ulti just to get himself out of here. Shree's now getting chased down. This is a 4v5, keep in mind. We have Echo pushing the bottom side of the map here, picking up this inhibitor tower. Oh, Manikowski with this AP Kaisa, it's starting to hurt.
Just trying to stop the backs. Mage Hand will be getting this bot inhib, though. Or maybe not?
Wow, barely is able to just fend this off. One auto attack should do the trick.
It is crazy that Mage Hand didn't die for that. Wow,
Zima diving right into Manikowski. They get the Feather Storm off. They're chasing into Zima. Noon's taking a lot of damage, but Manikowski's the one that needs to go down. Meanwhile, Zio goes down to the backside. Fate gets a reset. He's hopping on top of Fidsec, chasing after Hairwiz. A nice Q for a nice banish toss just to stop Fate from killing him. Fate gets another reset under the tower here. The Lee Sin Q ends up missing, and this might actually just be the game.
They can't kill Manikowski. Ooh, then the ulti from Servade just to rub it in. Get the flash out.
Nice flash from Hairwiz just to get himself out, but that is going to be game one. Sealed away with a 10k gold lead on the dime to end it at 28 minutes. Whew.
Insane.
You cannot let loose the reins against Team Ghost. You saw that Small Brain just had such a wonderful early game and played really, really smart with their kind of lane advantages that they had. But once they just let loose just a little bit of control, Team Ghost found the holes and they were able to pick up just a couple of picks, get their team fights and team fight advantages, and Small Brain started to scramble a little bit.
Unfortunate.
All right, let's look at this. Let's look at the damage here. Damage graph. Look at how much damage this Kaisa. Like I said, it's very much so a double-edged sword because like Kaisa having that massive of a lead can be a really dangerous thing in the fact that she's very squishy, has decent mobility and had double sums to be able to get herself out. But still, like having that many kills on Kaisa as your complete lead is pretty sketchy in terms of like they had plenty of kills on. Actually, let me check for where they were. I think it was Ari had a really big lead, and Lee Sin was doing decently well for himself, just kind of getting around the map. Viego was kind of out farming him, but Zaya was also not doing too bad. Their gold was kind of spread out, but they weren't able to pinpoint that Kaisa in team fights, and that's where it really kind of bit him in the butt.
For sure. And I mean, I guess it's okay that Mumu did get that kill, if only because nobody else did.
Yeah, nobody else did.
So it was either that or nothing. So, and they chose nothing.
It's now or never.
All
right. Hairwiz calls for Small Brain to have red side here. They want the counter pick. They want to switch things up on the map, which I think is fair enough. We'll see what they end up swapping. I wonder if they swap out any bans. Let me look at Team Ghost comp again. I think the thing is with Small Brain, they didn't have the instant pop, right? Like they had the Zaya. They had the Ari to be able to deliver damage into a single target, like the Viego. I think the Viego was a dangerous pick because they got a small gold advantage. Once Viego is able to survive just a little bit, like if you dump all your damage into Viego and you instant pop him, Viego's done everything that he needs to do. If he gets a reset, like the fight's over. So the
I mean, I
fact that they
kind of
didn't,
feel like the comp was fine. I think it was just the problem of making sure that the Viego doesn't pop off, right? Because it's
yeah,
Viego's one of those champions where if they get a lead, it feels like it's pretty much doomed.
unless you have burst
Um,
damage to be able to just single target nuke him, right? Which
yep.
they kind of had. They kind of had, but like they didn't
With the
have enough of
Zaya,
it. Yeah.
yeah, I would say the Zaya's really the only one that has that on the.
No, Ari does too. I mean, realistically, has like quite a with the electrocute proc, like can dump in a lot of damage into the Viego.
Mm.
Um, and with like Zaya kind of working alongside, if they were able to just instantly pop that Viego, that kind of solves the issue. But once Viego got a couple of items under his belt, they just didn't have the damage to be able to pop him anymore.
Because in my brain, like when I think of Ari, like unless Ari gets a lead, generally like a full combo, if you're not ahead, it doesn't really kill anybody. That's why you have like 3 dashes on top of it that also do damage. And plus, like it's not 100% that Foxfire is going to hit the target that you want it to. So I just I don't know. I guess I feel like that made it kind of hard for unless the Ari was like 1000% just by themselves with the Viego. I think Viego just wins every time.
We have the next spectate link here.
Let's see what they change up and do this time. That will be different. Or will they salty run back like we've seen so many times?
Would it be ye old salty run back?
We love a salty run back.
I think on the side of small brain, either the Lee Sin or the Gnar could have potentially been changed. I think that they picked Gnar because it was a safe pick.
Mm.
I think Gnar doesn't have an egregious amount of like bad matchups. They just found like Malphite and they plopped Malphite up there just to negate the Gnar. I don't think it was that big of an issue. I think their issue kind of just lied in the fact that they fell apart in the mid game a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, I think it kind of feels like it came down to like an execution
Yeah.
more than like a comp diff, I guess. Just it just so happened to be who got the lead.
They do ban out the Viego though, which I think is fair enough. I think that Viego, while it is a feast or famine pick, in the fact that you need to kind of do something with it, if you do anything with it, which Team Ghost has shown kind of time and time again that they can, it's a dangerous pick. So I think that's fair enough. They banned it out over the Caitlyn right off the bat. They still have Caitlyn Jax to kind of decide between if they want to ban either one of those or pick something else here. Something important to note is that they banned out the Maokai. They didn't want them to first pick Maokai away from them. They banned out the Amumu on the side of Team Ghost, which I think was a big catalyst for just small
100%.
brain in general. So
Crazy amounts of CC out of your support, man. You can't ask for much more, honestly. You really can't. That's why Nautilus and Rakan are like almost always good.
this time they have the lane bully and Caitlyn. Yeah, okay, there we go. I was gonna say they have the lane bully and Caitlyn. It has a lot less mobility. It's more so just for just brute forcing a lane and kind of bullying a lane. You have to kind of find the right 80 carry to be able to match up against Caitlyn because, like, if you can't just hop on Caitlyn, she gets away with murder. If you're getting outranged by Caitlyn, she gets away with murder. If you try to outrange Caitlyn, you can kind of manage to do so in certain matchups. Like, if you have something for a support that can poke the Caitlyn down, sure. But they stick in with the Lee Sin again,
Yeah.
which I'm interested
Maybe
because they picked it this early. I wonder if they
I
All
mean, to
right.
be fair, as long they took away the Viego, so they're like, okay, well, maybe that was just a bad matchup. Maybe now they're gonna be on to their cheeky ability to just sit at their red buff. Maybe they won't, I don't know if it's just
Oh
me
man.
because I'm paranoid or just the way that I do it, but generally I try to take my buffs always in the brush.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not even true. I just feel like that's how I end up doing it. Is I do it in the brush. Um, and then slowly move it towards where I'm trying to go next. Because that's the thing. Pro tip, with jungling, when you are, hitting your camps, pull it towards the next camp you're going to. It saves you time.
And the Xerath. Okay.
Let's go.
Man,
Your favorite.
this is an interesting draft from both sides. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's an interesting draft from both sides. I think that the Caitlyn pick, they got exactly what they wanted out of it. They wanted that lane bully matchup, and then they got the Ashe on the other side, which I think was fine. The Lee Sin the Lee Sin pick this early on shows their hand that they're going for a pick comp. Right there. Like it's very, very apparent that they're going for a pick comp. Lee Sin locked in that early on. There's so many different champions that absolutely trash Lee Sin. Like there's so many bruisers that make Lee Sin absolute nightmare to have, or like make his job an absolute nightmare. Even a lot of like Annie, for example. Like if somebody picks an Annie, you're like, okay, I gotta play Lee Sin into this. Great. It's risky. Like it's a risky second pick. But then on the reverse side, they pick the Nocturne, which I think was a pretty decent answer. But then they hold into the Xerath here. And I think the Xerath-Caitlyn matchup or pairing in the first phase here is a little bit sketchy because we have a Blitzcrank on the enemy side now too. They have to poke people down. Team Ghost absolutely has to poke people down. Unless your Nocturne is like 5-0 out of the get-go, like 15 minutes, he's 5-0. It's going to be a little bit scary in this first part of the draft. It's just, it reminds me of a football game, and this is saying it in like the nicest way possible. I don't think that either of these drafts are bad at all, but like it reminds me of somebody fumbles the football. It goes over to the enemy team. They fumble the football. It goes back over to the other team. They fumble the football, and it lands up in whoever kind of has the end of this draft at this point. It's so interesting because there's so much risk on each side that they're like, okay, we're gonna probably shore it up in these bans, and let's see if they actually do here. They get rid of the Malphite. They get rid of the Akali. So they get rid of the Akali.
They don't like Mage Hands Akali. They don't want it.
I wonder if this is going to be a support Xerath too. Maybe that's what they're
I was
kind
thinking.
of looking at. Yeah, I mean that would make sense.
Maybe they want them to think it's a support Xerath.
And they get rid of the
Because I mean, as long as like they could stay out of Blitzcrank range, which good luck. Like they're at least like two of the longest range champions in the game.
Oh, for sure, yeah, a lot of harass.
But the thing is that like you kind of want to pick a melee into Blitzcrank because you want to be able to tank the Blitz hooks for your AD carry and not die immediately. I would say just get better and dodge the damn hook, but there's a lot of AD carries that don't subscribe to that theory, so we just...
And I will say one thing too is I've never seen Mage play Xerath in his entire life. I've never seen this man play Xerath. I don't know if he actually does. I might be completely trolling you, chat, but I've never seen Mage Hand actually stick it to Xerath. So yeah, they do make the correct call in banning out the Akali, as they do have the Orianna. Oh man, this is such an interesting comp. They have to have something that kind of ties everything in, like the Malphite. I think the Malphite was a good ban because now they have an Orianna, and they have to find something that can work with the Orianna. You have Nocturne who can go in, but like if you're Orianna trying to throw a ball on a Nocturne, that's like it's like a Pokeball going after something that can travel at the speed of light. Renekton, yeah,
Renekton would work.
Renekton works.
Renekton works.
See, this is what I was thinking was originally going to come at the Lee Sin initially. These were going to be the counter picks to the Lee Sin. They saved it to the later end of the draft. Like Renekton really sucks for Lee Sin. He's kind of beefy. Has like a relatively big character model. Oh, Gameflank! Wow.
Okay.
Let me think on this one. This is such an interesting draft from both sides.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be a neat. It's going to be interesting. That's to say the least.
One thing that I'm curious about, I know that they have a Quinn player on the other side for small brain, no mechanics. And Quinn would be kind of a nightmare for Xerath Caitlyn for sure. Like, you don't really want to have
Hmm.
to deal with it as Caitlyn Xerath, but they have the Nocturne to be able to counter it. Um, it's such a nuisance for sure, but I don't know. Let me think here. Let's switch over to the client side of things, and we'll see obviously where everything lands up, but we'll be able to talk about things through here. Hmm. Let's think here. So we have the Gangplank into Renekton matchup. I think they got the better side of it for sure for Small Brain. They were looking for the counter pick. They were looking for something that's going to be able to just carry the game, and I think Gangplank's a phenomenal champion. There's a lot of, I will say, you have Xerath and Caitlyn, so they got to be able to get creative with these barrel chains and get closer and find flanks. Because if these aren't connecting onto those two champions, it's going to be a bit of a lost cause in the fact that those are your primary targets. Man, the Nocturne Lee Sin matchup. I think you can definitely speak as to Nocturne. You play a lot of, or you played a lot of
Yeah, I do.
Nocturne. Yeah. How do you think Nocturne is right now?
Nocturne feels great. I mean, Nocturne is just kind of like, because for me, the reason that I like picking Nocturne personally is that it shores up the, like, you don't have to think too much about how you're gonna gank a lane.
Yep.
Like, all you do is say, hey guys, remember, I get my gamer button at level 6, so if we could just play safe, pay attention to where I'm at on the map. If we don't know where they are, don't be just walking up, and it'll be fine. Especially because, like, Blitzcrank hooks somebody, and you ulti immediately. It's gonna be hard for, unless Ashe is on top of the target that Blitzcrank pulled in the bot lane, it's gonna be hard for Ashe to do anything.
Yeah, follow-up
And
damage.
and the hook is always followed up by by the power fist. So if Nocturne goes on Ashe has to flash immediately, or just die, because Blitzcrank will not be able to peel for her because he won't have anything. Because Blitzcrank's one of those champions that kind of uses their load to start something rather than to protect from something.
Yep.
Azir, it can be a little bit of a pain into, just because he has the dash, and then if he has flash up, mixed in with the fact that if he walls you, then you're just it is what it is. But I think it's gonna be fine for Nocturne. I feel like ganking top's gonna be pretty easy because Gangplank's gonna have to use his oranges on like the stun, which sets up for the fear. So there's options. Plus being able to take the Orianna ball in. I feel like it's kind of tricky with the Orianna, or with the like only ranged and then Renekton and Nocturne. But
Well, I'll tell you,
also
Nocturne is extremely sticky right now too. Like, Nocturne can really stick to a target. And like you said, if Blitzcrank uses any of his CC to try to grab somebody, if they don't immediately kill that person, it's pretty scary because, yeah, Nocturne's going to be all over this Ashe. He can hop on the Azir. Azir can get himself away pretty easily. I'm interested to see if Ashe takes Cleanse here, or if she takes Ghost. Either one of those options will be able to keep her a little bit more safe. I think that Team Ghost has a pretty good matchup here. I think that they have a lot of poke to be able to set things up, and if they are able to poke, it becomes very hard for Small Brain to be able to do anything, because Small Brain is a kind of catch comp without something that they have Lee Sin that hops on you, but they don't have any engage, right? Like, Azir has to hop in to shuffle people back. Ashe has to be able to hit somebody from really far away. Blitzcrank has to be able to grab somebody from far away. Gangplank has to be able to hit somebody with barrels far away. And who is more than happy to be far away? Caitlyn, Xerath. Like, they are behind a Renekton and like an Orianna for safety. I think it's hard for Small Brain to do much here, but they...
Not for nothing, the more I think about it, the more, like, if Blitzcrank lands a hook post 6 in the bot lane, that person's dead.
Yeah, they're definitely dead,
like,
for sure.
Like, you land the hook, you land the knock-up, you're getting hit with the Ashe ulti, like it's over for you. So like they're probably gonna have to try. They're gonna hope for that. And if you're getting ganked by Lee Sin, if you somehow survive all that CC, he's got his Q on you. so like there is like the gray lining, and of course this all comes down to in a perfect world, all this stuff happens. But I do feel like Blitzcrank Ash should have the edge in the bot lane. Maybe not incredibly early because you have to get there first.
Yeah.
But
so once 6 happens, if they're not in a bad position, I think that Blitzcrank and Ash is in a great position. I just always come back to whose comp is easier to pull off. And in my mind, small brain no mechanics has to be really creative with their comp here. They have to line up their Ash arrows to get picks. They need Gangplank to be right on top of people to drop that ulti, right? They have the tools necessary to set these plays up, but they have to be really creative. And Gangplank and Lee Sin are going to have to find incredibly creative angles to be able to get in these fights. Team Ghost, they have a lot of options available. Right. I think that's just Team Ghost has a lot of easy options set up for themselves. But
no, 100%.
We will definitely see who ends up victorious after this next game. Are we going to game 3? Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is double elimination. So this is not the last chance for everybody here. Everybody involved. If one team loses today, they still have a chance to run at a loser's bracket. One thing you're looking for red side here, you're looking for an invade. Last time we saw a Blitzcrank used for an invade, the enemy team was extremely creative and found an angle just to avoid the Blitzcrank and then hopped on them as they were trying to exit. He's going to go for the grab here. Nobody is in this bush. Do they drop the ward? No, they just actually go for it. Did they spot it out? I think they did. I think they know they're here. I'd consider myself an easy option. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Is this a first strike? No, it's an Arcane Comet Zareth. So he's going for kind of the additional damage, which is exactly what you're looking for. Then they have first strike on Caitlyn.
Which hopefully Caitlyn would be getting first strikes. I would hope.
This is a big game for Fidsick. I mean, he showed that he was just really right on top of it with that Amumu pick. If he's able to perform like he did on Amumu on Blitzcrank, forget about it. Like I would be horrified to see that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of look at that see, I already hate it.
Yeah, right. It's just the worst. Oh, yeah. Louis.
Already looking for it. Survey is like, all right, you picked the scatter pick. Let's go.
I am interested because Shreeze did start with his grass, so he doesn't feel that safe in this matchup. To start the first strike, I think. I mean, this is something that I played a lot of mid Gangplank, so I knew like the matchups for mid Gangplank, what I felt really safe into. He does take the grass, so he's going for a little bit more of a safe matchup here. Just looking for an overall lead in lane.
Free tank stats.
Yep. This is for both you all. I love you, Pete Time.
Pretty great. Pete Time is pretty great.
Nocturne is invading blue buff here. Lee Sin is hopping down. Is he going to go right over to it? Yep, he pings that he's over to it here. Hops over the wall. Fidsick does have the hook available. Oh! Harris is on the chase here. A nice spell shield just to keep himself safe. And they're going to fire artillery as they leave. My lord.
Sorry, there was a big-ass beetle on my floor, and I had to kill it right when the action was happening.
You're good. They're not stopping here.
Ooh, Fidsick!
Nice Q here from
huge.
Fidsick! Does manage to get the flash over the wall. Lee Sin's Q does connect. He's not going to be taking it over the wall there, as it would be a one-way journey.
And not even a guaranteed victory.
Yep.
The one nice thing about playing Renekton is you don't have to worry about mana.
Mana less, not mana more.
It's sick looking. I mean, that's the thing too. That's kind of nice about playing Blitzcrank is you just gotta sit yourself in that brush, living their head rent free. Ooh,
Nice
that was slick.
feet. Wow. Oh my God. Noons with his little arcane body walking away. His construct-ass body. Taking quite a bit of damage, too. They are managing to get the shove here, which is what they want. They just want to be able to take a beat here, I think. Ooh. No, they're looking to pressure the plate. Which I think is, they're not going to be able to get a free B after this.
Unless they plan on just shoving again. But even still.
No, they do go full back here. We'll see if they are able to stop them. I don't think they're going to be able to. Nice.
I think Servaday tried to bait out the auto to be a W, get Shreeze to hit his oranges too soon. But Shreeze saw through the disguise.
And Shreeze once, realistically, it looks kind of rough for the Gangplank matchup here in the beginning. That is simply for the fact that, like, Shreeze on this Gangplank, he has to be able to sustain his mana. And if you don't have that Sheen, if you don't have a way to sustain your mana super early on here, it does become rough. But once he gets the Sheen, he's going to be feeling a lot better here. Renekton is a bully right early on.
And Renekton went Cole. Oh my goodness.
Renekton don't give a fuck.
That and he's still doing all that. I mean, Gangplank also went Cole, but Gangplank. Oh my goodness, Servaday.
A pretty big balls there from Servaday. This might kind of blow up in his face as he doesn't have flash anymore. He's just looking to push this in. But Herwiz is right in the area. Did not spot him. He's taking the tower. He's going to go down here.
Ooh. That was... Oh, no, it's on Nudes, though. Can Nudes get away?
And Faye are here to close in. Are they going to be able to secure the kill in the meantime? The flash forward to secure the kill. It's going to be a trade kill. He... you know, did not have to flash, I think. I think the last Ignite tick was going to take it, but he wanted that for himself. He decided, he's like, it's worth it.
I need the kill. I mean, I don't think they knew Nocturne was there. I'm assuming, at least.
I don't know. I don't remember if there was a word in that bush or not.
I mean, even if there was, who knows that they were paying attention to it at that moment.
Bald. Thank you very much, Julia.
Bald.
Consider me interested. Oh. They dropped the ward. Nice lack of Lee Syndrome here from Herwiz. Holding off from
been really good about
here.
that.
Yeah.
Has good that's what I'm looking for. Oh wow, the all-in coming in here. Herwiz just W's away, doesn't care.
Yeah, just is able to hop away. They don't have enough damage to be able to pump into him. Fidsick running for dear life. Oh, there's a Kayla trap.
He's gonna hex that. Oh.
No! Oh man, that's
I respect it.
He tried.
I respect it. All right, now you guys know that they're on Drake. So what are you gonna do in response? Unfortunately, Sin is on bot side, so not much.
Not much. Just a little bit of damage on this turret here in the mid lane. Maybe get a turret play for themselves.
Sort of. I mean, blue side just looks like such a bully. These games. Ooh,
nice dodge from Servaday to get out of these barrels here. He does have ulti available. He does know that Zim is coming up.
Ooh, I don't know why, but that Asher looked like it was a PNG image just going across the screen.
Noob's getting hopped on right away here. Oh my goodness, does miss the
Ooh!
Q though. Some fancy footing from Nunes here just to get out of the way. And I bet they wish they had that Ash arrow. Fate does have level 6 here. They're ghosted in, and they're trying to get the max value out of it here.
Let's see, and there's just...
Gangplank ulti comes through. Are they actually going to be able to keep Mono alive? No, he goes down.
No.
Vidsick running away. He gets the Blitzcrank hook back in, but he lives with 10 HP.
See, and there it is. Case in point. Exactly what I said. What is a Blitzcrank going to do when the Nocturne's on their face? It's not going to be much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's going to be on, especially with the spell shield. Somebody's got to pop it first.
The responses from Herwiz to grab this Rift Herald, they're looking to be able to get some plates for themselves. They are down a little bit in gold here. Vidsick is looking to not let them go B. Chasing after Kaylin. Does he have enough for a Caliber now? I don't think he does. Maybe he does just have enough, but...
I don't play the champion, so I don't know how much the
not.
mana cost is. Oh, no. That's, Gangplank's not having a good game.
Gangplank is not having a good day, but you know who is?
Ooh, huge!
Nice
Look.
hook. It is under tower, so they do take a little bit of return damage. You're going to have to flash out of the way. A nice dodge from the stun.
But they also don't have mana, and it's also hard for them to stay. Nocturne here to defend the mid lane.
Yep, just to stop them from taking the full tower.
Oh, Fid6 looking.
Vidsick is looking! He manages to get the grab up! He knocks up a minion.
How does that happen?
Sometimes it happens.
I also don't know what Fid6's been doing, but Fid6 just got level 5. Did Renekton just use W to 2-tap the Gangplank barrel? That is so disrespectful. My goodness, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, and this is it's not panning out the way they kind of wanted it in top lane here. Gangplank is like slowly getting himself there, but it's gonna take a hot second for Gangplank to be kind of where he wants to.
Gangplank is almost 50 or half.
How many stacks does he have?
On,
He has 200 stacks.
Hold
on,
Nunes is not
Nunes
he wants
getting
to be.
hopped on. He gets the knock up, and that's going to be a free kill for Herwiz. He's 3-0. And a 3-0 Lee Sin, while it, it might look like it might be kind of...
It sucks early. That sucks. Like, it's really good early.
Yeah.
Like, a 3-0 Lee Sin's going to get the job done, but if you don't finish this by mid-game, it ain't going to mean much.
He does have the Eclipse, too, so if he finds a target to be able to hop on, he's going to be deleting them.
Ooh, Barrow Chain lands, and, oh,
Zima's going to have to hop away here! Is he actually going to be able to get away? What a nice start under the tower! The Ash Arrow comes in clutch! Zima picks up the kill! The flash forward! The Q from Lee Sin! What?
Unbelievable. What the fuck did we just see? Oh, that was some goated shit right. That timing was too perfect. That shit should not be possible. And then Shreeze just gets bodied under tower immediately by Servade. How do you come back from this? Oh no. That is highlight worthy. Like that, somebody needs to clip that shit.
Wow, that was beautiful team coordination.
Anything to hear the comms. I would give anything to hear the comms on that play.
Not for nothing, Servade really handed Shreeze a pretty big, man. He dished out some serious damage under tower there, picked up a big kill for himself, and he's dominating this Gangplank. But wow, it cannot be stated enough how incredible that was.
I say also, I just realized Caitlyn's up quite a bit in CS.
Yep, she definitely is. All their gold kind of lies on this Lee Sin at the moment. And Zima, not for nothing. Like, Zima is farming really, really well for himself. He's picked up a kill. He has 6,000 gold for himself. He has actually the most gold in the game. A nice Ash arrow lands in here. They get the chain CC, and this is what their comp is looking to do. If they're able to get these kind of mishmash team fights before the Nocturne can even get himself close.
And unfortunately for the Lee Sin, I think he wanted to hand that over to Ash, but when you do that much damage and you're that ahead, it's really hard.
Fate's looking here. They do have vision on the dragon, but this is going to be a one-way trick. And the chain CC is just insane from Red right now. They are really, really just one after another. Zima!
Oh, no, the flash. That was smooth, though.
They're still
also,
chasing.
Guys, it was only second Drake. And it's,
Zerath ulti secures the kill onto Ash here. He's going to be able to pick up a kill for himself for Noons. My lord. Someone needs to put Vigil's Nightmare over that.
Agreed.
Oh, God. Can we please get an AMV? All right. They're pinging out Ash's flash, so I think they're trying to kind of signal that Ash is going to need some extra protection here. Uh-oh. Gangplank does not have ulti to be able to protect this tower here. Has Hair Whiz for support. Comes in with the dash. Is it going to be enough? Shreeze gets the last Q over the wall here, which might actually decide enough damage, but Servade is just not going down.
Is an animal.
He will go down to Zima, though, and that is a big shot down, actually. No, it's not. Wow, it's only 150.
That's the thing that always blows my mind, right?
Lee Sin is a big one.
Lee Sin is ahead by all accounts on this Renekton. Renekton was 1-1, and Lee Sin was 4-0. Sure wasn't up in CS, but you know that is what it is. Lee Sin could not duel the Renekton after fighting the Renekton.
Well, that's what I mean. There's certain champions when you're playing Lee Sin that are kind of a nightmare to have to deal with, and Renekton's kind of one of them.
Yeah, fair. But it's still always like, I don't know, the stuff like that. Seeing stuff like that where you're like, how is it that you can be this far ahead and then just all of a sudden...
Well, I mean, but you look at the gold lead, though, too, and...
Oh, never mind. I was waiting for the levels to show up 3. Oh, what a flash from Fidsick.
A nice flash from Noons in return just to keep himself safe here.
Hairwoods was also down 3. And what a nice ulti from Shreeze to get that kill.
Globals galore. My brother in Christ, you can only flash so many times. Oh my goodness.
Unless you're like Season 4 where there was that bug where you could have infinite summoners by playing that.
This is the match I was hoping for. Look at how close this thing is, and look at how many plays are coming out of it. This is an awesome matchup. What a good game.
And it's swinging back and forth.
Oh, Lord, it's swinging. They're pinging out this Blitzcrank here. They're going to look to either kill the Blitzcrank or the Ashe kind of right off the bat here. Fate is just waiting. He has the Stride Breaker.
Lee Sin is also here, though.
Yeah, they do have Lee Sin, and I would actually favor, I would favor probably... Oh, man, that's tough.
Oh, here comes X-Flash.
Yeah, Hex Flash from Fidsick to try to get himself a pick here. They do have 4 in the area now.
Yep, the Orianna is down here. It's getting scarier and scarier by the second.
Oh,
ooh, they will be spotted out. Huge Scryer plant. And Fidsick has caught up in levels. At least on the other support.
Hairwiz is still in this area. A nice Ash arrow to come through, and they have more than enough support here. Another beautiful Blitz hook just to bring him right back in, and that's a double kill, which was so sorely needed for this Ash.
Ash, yep. Huge. All the carries have the kills.
Yep.
Can Servaday man moded enough to get his team into a spot where they can win this?
One thing I will note is that he has the completed Essence Reaver now, so he's able to kind of just spam his abilities as much as he wants without taking any kind of... He's the Renekton now. Renekton has a massive advantage gold-wise on him right now, but as long as he's able to keep him away from these towers, it's looking pretty good if you're on the side of red here. They got to be able to get this Renekton in these team fights. And speaking of team fights, Dragon number 3 is up.
It's only second Drake. Please don't do what you did last time. You know, there's... I understand wanting to go for the cool hero plays, but...
I think that's the right play. Just make sure you're getting something off of it. And this overwhelming pressure that Servaday is putting in the top side is... it's going to be the answer.
It's going to be that thing. Still got 13 more stacks on Gangplank's goal. Why is it echoing?
I think that's just the skin.
Yeah. It's not even like a good echo.
Flash forward!
Oh my
almost behind the tower here. Servaday gets instantly kicked away. Wow.
Oh, but he's slowed.
Yeah, he's getting chased down. It forces the TP. Faye is coming in here. We have the instant flash away from Ashe here. Oh, Shurima Shuffle coming in! Servaday is not going down, but how much damage can he dish out when his teammates are going to be absolutely massacred here? He goes down, double kill for the Ashe, and they are barreling down this mid lane. They're looking for the Baron now.
Zima never gets a 0 again.
Never give up, never what?
Like that is because even the one that Zima missed on Ashe on the Caitlyn because the Caitlyn flashed was still some of the cleanest Azir shit that I've ever seen. Like, it wasn't even a bad play. It just happened that the Caitlyn had really good reaction time. That Shurima Shuffle on 4. Oh. That wasn't set up. He just got in there.
That was beautiful. It's coming off of red, causing so much chaos. They're being so aggressive that Fate on this Nocturne is being put on the back foot, and having to use his ultis reactionary. Like, this man is not being able to set any ultis up for himself. He's having to use them as a reaction. But by the time he's able to do it, somebody's already dead.
Also, this is what you get for being a degenerate playing non-sports.
True.
I'm not gonna lie, there was a part of me that wanted to make the comment of maybe Amelia would be good this game, but
Nocturne ulti on Blitzcrank, and he's actually just dead. He flashes away, but it's a matter of who is gonna be gifted over to, and it gets gifted over to Servaday.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth that many ultis, but Blitzcrank is kind of the, the person that kicks it off, so maybe it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they can't get anything off the map in the next 30 seconds, definitely.
Ooh, they almost get that mid tower.
This is the right play, I think, in my opinion, putting Zima up here. 0 interaction, just poke down Servaday. If he has his TP available, it's perfect. The Ashe ulti comes through. It's on a 10-second cooldown.
Yeah, I mean, it hit Caitlyn. Caitlyn cleansed it.
Yeah, but she was the only one in the area. It was interesting. It was interesting. Definitely got
it's
some
already
worth
almost
out of
halfway up again.
Yeah, no, I definitely got the worth out of it, and the fact that he didn't know where anybody else was on the map, but...
I mean, not for nothing, they got cleanse. And, that alone is
here,
huge.
yeah.
Oh,
and this is going to be big again. Yeah, get the silence, flashes away. Another sum taken off of Manikowski, and this Caitlyn just does not get to play this game.
I don't think anybody seems to be able to get to play this game, to be honest.
Yeah, baby. Gangplank barrels, so juicy.
And those barrel combos, ooh. There's something about hitting even just double barrel combos that just feels so good.
Yeah, chunking somebody's HP down like that it reminds me of old League of Legends, which makes me very happy. Jeez, dude, look at that damage. Servaday has built himself.
Kill the Andrews as well.
He's wow.
Oh.
Nothing you can do about that.
Nope.
I mean,
I don't think. Imagine expecting the follow-up of 4. Ooh, tries to sidestep it, doesn't get to.
They get the kill on the reverse side, but they have Baron that they are gonna have to attend to. They can send somebody to take this dragon, but like, they need enough wave clear. Oh no, Baron's down.
No, Baron's off.
Yeah.
But there's still nobody to really stop them from hammering away at the top tower.
And they're looking to potentially contest this dragon. Oh, nice stop.
They might actually be able to get this Drake because of it. That one key. Actually, you know what? Maybe. Let's see it from downtown. Oh no, it's on cooldown.
Heroes is here.
Blitzcrank is here. Blitzcrank is here.
Blitzcrank,
Ooh,
nice, nice spell shield from Fate just to put himself in the way.
That was so well played by Blues. They needed that win.
And good fancy feat from Mono just to sidestep a lot of these Xerath ultis. It's not the most fun thing in the entire world having Caitlyn single you out and get the free vision for the kind of setup here.
Also,
cracked with the sticks.
So there was a, and here comes the ulti. Yeah, you're dead. You're gone. You don't get to exist. Holy moly, that stun lasted for half a century. There was some new tech that was found on about Xerath. If you have somebody that's playing Kayn, and they ulti somebody, if you just press the F key that corresponds to Kayn,
yeah,
you can
it
just
gives you
ulti
free
on the Kayn. Yeah. Oh. Oh no.
Vidsick just unrelenting. This man is just always looking.
He's got people to kill. I'm almost surprised he didn't go even Shroud on the Blitzcrank.
Vidsick, a certified hooker. All right. Setting up for this this Baron here. It's coming up in 36 seconds. And they have a pretty mounting gold lead here, and they've kind of quelled Servaday down a little bit. Servaday does not have TP. He's on the bottom side. He's gonna have to be right now if he's gonna want to be in this kind of area for Baron. On the reverse side, Shreeze does have his TP available. He's walking up now.
And it is scary because it is kind of getting into that territory of how much longer will Lee Sin be. Oh no.
Oh man.
How much longer will this Lee Sin be relevant?
For a decent while.
I think still got some time, but it's weirdly only a 5k gold lead, by the way.
Oh no.
Ooh, this might be Blue's way to win.
Extremely out of position here. Zima's not going to be able to return fire here, and this is an absolute win if you're on blue side. Gangplank TP comes through, but what's it going to be worth when all of your carries are kind of dead here? They don't have anything left in the tank. I was going to say before anything else there, I would say an overall win. Just getting Nunes' flash for Blitzcrank speed up and Ashe Arrow ulti, or sorry, yeah, Ashe ulti there. Because once Ashe ulti is down, they have the go-ahead to kind of do whatever they need to do.
And by the way, 1k, they lowered the lead to a 1k gold lead with that one play.
Yep, just like that. That's how much value Baron gives.
Not even close to over.
All right. Let's see how it goes on the reverse side. They have a pretty great sieging comp for blue. Xerath Caitlyn alone is pretty deadly. Having Servaday be that tanky with these Baron minions is pretty scary.
Ooh. You're gonna fit sick.
Yeah, hopping
Ooh,
right
huge
on
Orianna.
Zima here. Zima's not going to end up going down, but Fidsick is the sacrificial lamb. Oh, Zima shouldn't be able to survive. Xerath is going to be able to secure the cleanup here, and this is looking
Red
bad.
falling apart, Blue finding their stride.
They're going to have to stop him here and now. Yeah, they dropped the Gangplank ulti. They have to thin this wave.
Ooh, Sunlands from the Xerath, though. And you see in the value of the Nocturne ulti into the Orianna ball.
Mono is back on the map here to start to be able to clear, but they already have enough to be able to take this inhibitor down.
And Drake's coming up in 45 seconds. Oof.
Yep, and that's rough. They need to be able to start to single out some of these members again like they were before. But Blue is starting to be on the trigger finger this time.
They were down and they're still taking the aggressive route. They're still looking for the plays. They're now up 1k themselves.
Clearing out vision here.
They're realizing Fidsick's only level 11 and is only so tanky.
They are going to just start up this dragon here. Servade does have the ulti to be able to get in here.
A nice
Ooh,
hook
they get
onto
the
Fate! If they can kill him here! Oh my god, they get the wombo combo! No sombrero! But they do take down Fate here. They're gonna have to start to walk away from this dragon with low health bar. Servade on the chase here. Fidsick looking like he's probably gonna go down. A nice Lee Sin ulti to be able to push them out of the pit. They pick up the dragon. They're slowly chunking down Servade. Are they biting off a little bit more than they can chew?
Nobody has the health bars to do it.
Nobody has the health bars to take these fights. Gangplank
ulti finally.
Drops his ulti here. Hairwiz still has plenty of damage in the tank to be able to get a reset. Does not connect with the Q here.
Baron's off.
Wow. Hairwiz gets the Q connected to Nation. Secures the kill. What's on the map? Nothing available on the map.
No, but at least he's got some gold. And stops Orianna from being on the map for another 40 seconds.
Wow.
I was saying, I mean, this is the thing, right? Like, that Lee Sin is 9-2, and there still seems like very limited in the stuff he can try and pull off.
Yeah, he has to be able to hop on, like, either Mankowski or Noons to be able to instant pop somebody at this point. Mage Hand has his Zhonya's available now.
Oh man, I know that feeling feels so good where you do just enough damage so you know the dot's gonna kill it and you just start backing immediately. Oh. There's just something. There's something about saving that 1 second. If you do it enough times, that 1 second adds up real quick.
Gets the oh, did that actually connect? I don't know if it did. All right, trying to scrap and kind of scrape here just to get some of their jungle vision back and get their resources back here. Fate has a GA available for this next fight, and that sets up a very scary narrative. Mono needs his flashback up for them to be able to do much.
I actually have to give this Bruiser Nocturne build a try again because I've always been building him with Dustblade. Building him Assassin lately. Because I stopped using Shredbreaker after they got rid of the dash.
That's understandable. It was a big... Yeah.
It was huge to just be able to use it to stay on top of people for the fear. Still no objectives on the map, so they're just kind of...
Baron's up in 47. Yeah, they're going to start to try to get vision here. A ticking time bomb for Blue here because they are... The longer this goes on, I think the better their odds get. But if you're red, you really want to be able to wait for that Ashe flash, right? That's the big thing. Jeez, look at how much that one ulti did.
I would say it's interesting because I feel like, other than Lee Sin, Red Sign is a pretty good late game team. Because I feel like Ashe is like the same at every stage of the game. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't really notice her change too much between the beginning and end.
I think it's more
whereas, like,
so the fact that they
connected-
don't have that front line.
Yeah, they said the Blitzcrank.
Vidsick, ooh. Gets connected with the Q here. Faye can keep on chasing. Gets right on top of Mono. Delivers the ball right in, and this might be actually game here.
That's game.
Zima's gonna have to dash himself right out. They do get the resurrect.
Yeah.
Trees is not able to get himself out.
And this is looking more and more like game here.
Oh.
Hairwiz getting chased down. Is he going to be able to dash himself out and get himself safe? No.
Servaday cares. Servaday will take that tower for 5 hours.
Zima's here, but they are not going to have enough wave clear in the world to be able to stop this from coming through.
Gives the
He's
Shurima
going for
shuffle attempt. But does get stopped, and that is going to be a close 2-all. Definitely a 2-all in the books, but a close 2-0.
Damn.
And like we said before, like it's that one slip up. It's all it takes. That Baron play put him right back to even, and you saw from there, Team Ghost was just able to clean things up. Like they are so good at just putting the pedal to the metal and finding their advantages.
Incredible.
Let's look at this damage. Yeah, Zima did so much damage, but it just it wasn't enough when they could just instantly delete the Ashe.
I'll say that Nocturne Ball delivery service worked so much. It's paid its dividends.
Yep. Unfortunately, it was one of those situations where he had the broken stopwatch to use the one time, but if it's not a GA, kind of maybe even third item, like he might have just had to go third item GA. It's rough. Like it might have been able to buy enough time if he got the GA third, but yeah, that's a hard call. But GG's to both teams. Massive game from Team Ghost to kind of put themselves in a really scary position for anybody that has to face them next. Let me see if I can. Let me see if Battlefy is being cringy still, because I can't look at the teams and their matchups. For some reason, Battlefy is kind of being odd with that. Battlefy. Summer Sweat League. Why don't we go somewhere familiar instead? Nope. Battlefy is not working for me right now, unfortunately, and I don't know why. So I can't see who has the next matchups here, but we will definitely be casting them as long as they're not on the Fridays. Speaking of Fridays, if you guys like tabletop RPGs, make sure to hop in for March Dungeon. The team is in a very interesting situation right now.
It's great.
A very great, interesting situation.
Yeah.
And we'll see if facing off against something called the Unholy One. Yep. I'm sure everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
But
I mean, with a name like that, how bad could it be?
Yeah, how bad could it realistically be?
I have no range in this giant chasm between me and it. You know, I don't.
What's the worst that could happen? But thank you for both teams putting on a really, really good show. That game 2 was really, really cool.
Incredible.
And this is not the last for Small Brain No Mechanics. It's double elimination, so they will have the ability to make a run from a loser's bracket run itself. So yeah, keep an eye out for these games. We'll be announcing them in the Lolmidwest server as well as my server. If you would wish to join our server, just type in !Discord. Nightbot will pop up a link for you for notifications for whenever we do those streams, as well as any streams that we do in the future for this channel. Speaking of which, we will be doing a stream after I end here. We're going to be doing some Rainbow Six Siege, so keep an eye out for that. But shout out to our sponsor, Starforge Systems. Make sure to pick up yourself a Starforge PC today, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you in the next cast. Is there anything you would like to say before we head out, Mr. Sherbert?
What an incredible time, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your whatever you're doing. So I'm not gonna do the whole thing. And it's fun as always to cast these games, and I can't wait for the next one. Teams are great, and let's see what's Sasageo.
Sasageo.